Hi everyone, this is May Manugas and today we will tackle all about the ethical issues concerning teaching profession. But before that, let's have first the objectives for this lesson. So the first one is the students may be able to define what are the ethical issues. Second one, the students may be able to distinguish the different areas of teaching profession. Next is the learners will know the ethical knowledge. And the last one, the learners may improve the ethical judgment in terms of the ethical issues. So teaching ethics should be part of the job of all the faculty members in all disciplines. So the people who hire and supervise others in the real world are desperate to hire people who have a different skills or a whole package, or somehow we call a substantive knowledge. And plus, there are a lot of skills, responsibilities, working well with others, and ethics that contribute to success in the world of work. So you might argue that teaching those skills isn't our problem because we're provided by educational foundations or professional knowledge, or that we can hardly be held responsible for feelings of families and society, which we ought to be the ones instilling work ethic and manners.
So there are a lot of ethical issues concerning with the profession of the teachers, one of which is the faking medical certificate. Some of the teachers tend to fake their medical certificates, which is wrong. The role of the teachers in the current society is more than imparting knowledge among the students, so they should be the role model of the learners. So another one is the inappropriate punishment towards the students. So one of the main goals of the punishment is to invoke fear in the student so that the behavior does not occur again. So somehow the punishment seems to be an appropriate technique to control the behavior of the students. However, it is dangerous and unacceptable method of discipline as it brings a negative rather than the positive impacts to the learners. Next is the cooperation between colleagues. Lack of cooperation between teachers. So, work is more effective if there is a collaboration to produce a good outcome. Bullies between senior and new teacher. Yes, this actually happened in a certain workplace. Even though we think that they're already but at some point they are using their bad attitudes towards other colleagues. Next is the choice of the teacher. So assigned class is made by the headmaster without the teacher's consideration. That will lead to the lack of teaching motivation. Next is the zero tolerance. So this happens when a school implemented policies and practices that mandate predetermined consequences, typically severe, punitive, and exclusionary. An example for this one is expulsion or suspension. Another is no opportunity to listen both sides. So as a teacher, you have to listen and weigh both sides in order to make a fair decision to all. Next is the role of the mass media. So the incorrect usage of the mass media may lead to unnecessary actions. That's why we have to be responsible enough in handling all of those. And teachers do have a great role for that. So how to overcome the issues? So for the faking medical certificate, the school administrator should only accept the original copy of the medical certificates. And for the inappropriate punishment towards the student, the punishment must be made by the considerations of two teachers. different punishment for a different misbehavior based on the guidelines made by the school administrators, and also the parents' agreement for teachers to punish their children in proper ways. To be an effective learner, one should have an effective teacher also. That is why a discussion is widely implemented of a teacher to have an agreement, and also the choice of the teacher or the freedom, you have to give it to them. Okay, so I'm almost done with my video. Discipline issues. So the society should stop pointing their fingers towards the teacher. It is because the teachers are just doing their best to have an effective learner. Mass media should stop manipulate the issues. So exaggerating things may lead into an unnecessary actions. That's why we have to be careful for that. And also, as a student, we should be mindful enough and we should not jump into a certain conclusion without a regular basis. And also, the parents should play the roles to raise their children, because we cannot deny the fact that how the child behave is based on the environment that he or she is in. That's all for my vlog, and I hope you learned something from me. Bye!